So this one is And a Bang on the Ear. 3 chords involved, really easy. It's G, C and D. Just in case you don't know those, G is this. So we've got 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the 1st string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, 1st finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Now the alternative fingering for that, a lot of people prefer, is to swap those 2 round. But do whichever you like, doesn't really matter too much with that. I would suggest sticking with one version of that, so pick one you like the best and stick with it. So I tend to do mine like that. Play all of the strings for all of these chords. So that's G. C is 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 1st string, you probably know that one. And D, slightly awkward one, I mentioned this in one of the other videos. You have to have 3 fingers all squashed up in the 2nd fret on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings like that. Or you could cover these 2 with 1 finger, which is what I tend to do. Or you could put your thumb over those 3 if you prefer that. We could use 1 finger, doesn't matter which one, but it has to bend so it's not touching the 1st string. So however you do the D chord, should sound like that. So it's just those 3 chords in the song, and then it's just a question of putting them in the right order and getting a kind of suitable rhythm for the song, a suitable strum. So what I would recommend doing, if I just mute the strings so you can hear the strum, is down, 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 up, down. Just that. Either with your finger, as I explained in one of the other videos, or thumb. Or you can use a pick. That's the basic strum. And as with any song, if you change that slightly occasionally, it doesn't matter. But just aim for approximately that. Now, most of the song you're going to be doing that strum, down, 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 up, down. But there's just one point in the chord sequence. It's a long repeated chord sequence that keeps going through this whole song. There's one point in it where we just do a single downstroke for 2 chords. Like this. C to G. Down, down. You'll hear where that is in the song, and you'll hear it when I demonstrate it. So I'm just going to play the whole chord sequence, the repeated sequence. I'll just play it once, all the way through, and I'm going to play it roughly the speed of the song, just so you can see when to change chords. And that's the sequence. In the description for this video, I'll put the chord sequence. I'll list the order of chords and how long you're on each one for. But it's quite a simple pattern if you know the song well. I've heard this song quite a few times, and it's quite easy, I think, to hear where the chord's going to change. And that's really the whole song. That's all it does. Remember not to worry too much about the exact strum pattern. If you occasionally sort of add an extra one in or miss one, as long as you have the right number of beats, which is 1, 2 on most of the chords, 1, 2, change 1, 2. As long as you're on the chord for the right length of time, it won't matter too much if you add an extra upstroke on the end of the strum, for example, or miss one of the downs or miss one of the ups. It's not going to matter as long as your arm keeps moving. But aim for this to begin with. Down, 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 up, down. Okay, any questions, please put them in the comments. And if you want to see any other ukulele lessons on Waterboys songs or anything else, then please suggest some. Click like if you like this one, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Okay, thanks.